shots at the basket. So that key has not come full circle yet. And then, of course, I guess we'll just wait and see what happens with mine. Play 40 strong minutes. Not so sure that the 20 minutes are up to par what head coach Karen Kemp would like to have seen as far as intensity. They're being beat to the basketball, out-hustled a lot. So, well, they're going to have to play, I guess, twice that much in the final 20 minutes. We're underway, 19:52 to go. Stetson with the basketball, and this one tipped away, almost stolen away. And now hounding Sasha Sims in the corners. You got to back away to Victoria McGowan outside the right wing against Tara Davis. Tried to get away from Davis, almost had it stolen away again. Davis 27 steals on the year, almost had number 28. Sasha Sims now spin dribble outside the right elbow. 5 seconds to shoot it. McGowan puts it on the floor, finds her way free to the basket. And, wow, got the pass away to a cutting Jessica Connor on the left block with 1 second. Stetson used all of that shot clock real estate. Now Natalie Pickwell's fouled in the backcourt by Tiara Brown. Pickwell caught the pass, ran right into Brown, who tried to square up here just shy of the half-court line on the left side of the Lady Bucks perspective as they're moving from right to left on your radio dial. But Pickwell draws the foul first against Brown. Correction, third against Brown. First team foul for Stetson. Pickwell has it top of the key for the Lady Bucks into the paint. Letitia Belcher spins on the free throw line. Now back out to Davis. Davis will swing it, put it on the floor. Try to go up, and now she's fouled. She is able to get up to the basket. Missed the shot. She'll shoot two. 19:02 to go in the game. Just underway in the second half. John Stevens with you. Lady Bucks down 29-27. Stetson has now mounted a 7-0 run. If you go back to the final 5 points that went down in the first half, they lead it by 2. Davis's first free throw bounces around and goes out, where I was going to say we're back to exactly the same spot we were in the final minutes of the first half. Davis, on 2 separate occasions, was shooting free throws to try and tie and or take the lead, and she makes the second one to get the Lady Bucks to within 1, but for the second time in 3 attempts, Davis had 2 free throws to tie it and couldn't do it. This one tipped in the backcourt by Austin, and now she knocks it off the toe of Sasha Sims and out of bounds to give it back to ETSU. Tough pressure defense pays off as she's able to get that long wingspan in there and knock the basketball off the toe of Sasha Sims. Inbound went to Mitchell, top of the key. Tara Davis, 18:50 to go in the contest. Lady Bucks with a possession again and down 1, trying to tie it up or take the lead. Pickwell got the handoff from Davis, now looks for Mitchell. Thought she had a shot on the baseline, instead goes back to Pickwell. Pickwell able to skip her way into trouble, and now through the defenders puts up a shot and in. Nice finesse just outside the left block. Quickly on the other end. Hard contact and a bucket. No foul called on in either count there. Tiara Brown went slamming into Letitia Belcher. She fell down on the floor, and there was no call either way. Quickly on the other end, Tara Davis right in front of the arc. A 2-point jumper is good. So Lady Bucks right back on top, 32-31. They're going to trade it off on the other end again with a quick transition outlet pass to Tiara Brown. Second time in a row she's done that on the left side. Brown with 13, 4 in the past 20 seconds or so, and Stetson back on top, 33-32, as Davis walks it across half court. Pointing with the left hand, setting up a play here, has Mitchell coming around to the right wing instead of the corner to Pickwell. It was a decoy to try and draw their attention to Mitchell. Missed the 3, an offensive rebound. Mitchell goes up no good. A second, third chance actually for Belcher is good. So Belcher able to get up there. Lady Bucks have been dominant on the glass, and they put in a second chance bucket to regain the lead, 34-33. McGowan to Brown, quickly into the front court. They find Connor on the right block. Nobody has gotten back in the past 3 exchanges for the Lady Bucks. Head coach Karen Kemp up off the bench as Stetson again regains the lead, battling fiercely for that third road win inside a building which they've never won before. Belcher on the right block for the Lady Bucks, looking for Pickwell, has Davis right behind her. Got free, fires the 3, no good. Back rim, rebound, Karam's out to Tasha Austin, who flashed high for it. And now Pickwell on the right wing with it. Back to Davis, a new shot clock for the Lady Bucks and 16:53 to go in the game. Looking for Belcher on the right baseline. Belcher puts it on the floor, back to Davis in the corner. Back to Belcher, right block, strong, up and in. 7 for Belcher, 16:40 to go in the game, and full court press for the Lady Bucks. They do get it across half court to Tiara Brown. Brown all the way into the lane. She's tripped up, she's fouled. She'll not shoot 2. That was certainly before the shot. Should be the 3rd against Letitia Belcher in the... No, it's the 2nd against Tara Davis, actually. First team foul for ETSU. Gwen Washington will come in to give Tasha Austin a rest. 16:32 to go in the contest. Hatters have it on the baseline left side of the basket. Brown took quite the spill, but she's okay. She'll inbound the basketball. Got it to Sims. Quick jumper is no good. Back rim rebound. Washington quickly into the front court on the fast break to Davis. She'll go up against Deshauna Truss and draw the foul. Truss, a good job. A really good foul there. Hatters down now, 36-35 our score after Belcher scored that last bucket. And now Davis, again, the fourth time in the contest, will go to the stripe with a chance to tie it. 2 times she's gone up there needing 2 makes to tie. The other time she went up there needing, well, gee, got tongue-tied there apparently. And Don Hellman, pointing to the scoreboard, points out that the Lady Bucks already have the 1-point lead. Anyway, can extend the lead. Being that as it may, that regardless of that little misnomer, Davis has already been up to the free throw line, as we mentioned earlier, 2 times, needing 2 makes to tie. She did that actually neither time, and then the other time needed 1 make to tie, 2 to take the lead. She was able to do that. Second one missed, and it went out of bounds as a new player in, Ashley Benedict, was scrambling for the rebound. Benedict, 6'3" center out of Rome, Ohio. First action in the contest today. So the Lady Bucks, Davis got 1 of the 2 free throws. It's 37-35 ETSU with a 2-point lead. Tiara Brown with a left hand dribbling, got it outside to Truss. She'll dribble back around the right side, top of the key, and now to Graboski, newly into the game again with 3 fouls. Over to Brown on the left wing. Brown spots up top of the key, no good off the left side of the rim for 3. Graboski tried to save it, did save it. Saved it into Simone Taylor, who got it back out to Brown to reset the offense at 23 on the shot clock. 15:48 to go in the contest. An immediate timeout. Our next dead ball. Mills around the horn to Brown. Got tied up by Davis. Out of bounds, last touch by Davis. No foul on the play, but the Hatters will have it back on their own baseline with 15 seconds on the shot clock after the media timeout. 15:41 to go in the contest. ETSU with a 2-point lead, 37-35 over Stetson. Back in a moment on the Buccaneer Sports Network, presented by Little Caesars and Hardee's. Turned on the offense early in the second half. Sims goes up for it on the baseline after the inbound pass. And again, Davis got a hand in it, knocked it out of bounds. And with 11 seconds on the shot clock, 15:37 to go in the game, Stetson will have another inbound pass in the baseline to Tasha Graboski into Tiara Brown. It's going to be fast-paced offense, so we'll tell you the note I had in a moment. Brown pull-up jumper is good inside the key, and she's got 15. Both teams after the media timeout. Stetson now is actually 5 of 7. Lady Bucks 4 of 7 so far in the second half. So the shooting's been a lot better for both teams as they've been able to find better opportunities. Speaking of which, down on the block, Ashley Benedict from a nice entry pass. Gwen Washington puts it up and in on the left block, her first 2. Lady Bucks lead 39-37 after Brown's jumper had tied it momentarily. 15:04 to go in the contest. John Stevens with you here inside ETSU MSHA Center. Outside the arc on the right side, Simone Taylor trying to dribble around Destiny Mitchell, who's given her quite a heck of a time. Tough defense from the freshman on Taylor. Got it away to Graboski finally. Now give and go to Deshaun Truss. Had it knocked away, stolen away. Tara Davis streaking into the front court against Brown. And a pass near side. Pickwell for three. No good. A little bit too far. A little bit too strong. And off to the right. A rebound came down to Brown. She's across half court. Pickwell back to catch up with her. And now they get it out high. And a skip pass over to, who was that on the right wing? Truss missed the three, and a rebound. Lady Bucks coming back the other way. Couldn't quite see it. Exactly squared up in profile to me. Couldn't see the number for a moment. Davis went up on the other end, took the contact, made the bucket, and drew the foul. 14 for Tara Davis. Top scorer for ETSU. Destiny Mitchell still with 9 from the first half. Has not yet scored in the second half. 9.7 rebounds, so just shy of a double-double. Fourth foul that time, by the way, whistled against Tierra Brown. Davis back to the stripe. First one up and good. Actually, first and only. Three-point play is good. She's 7 of 10 from the charity stripe today and has 15 points. 4 fouls on Tierra Brown. That's a big deal there for the Lady Bucks in the final 14 minutes and 12 seconds here, as Brown's playing time will be sparing at best. Unless the Hatters can get it close, then they'll have to play her. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Quick drive in from Sims, and a foul before she was able to get the pass away to Graboski. Second ETSU team foul. Will give it back to Stetson on their own baseline with 14:02 to go. Foul goes against Gwen Washington. That is her second. But a new shot clock. Quickly looking for Sims. Nobody was paying attention, and Sims put it up and in. Everybody gravitated toward the left side, outside the lane, and there was Sims standing right in front of the A-Sun logo, put it up and in. 42-39, Lady Bucks still with a three-point lead. Washington, left-hand dribble on the left wing, got it to Pickwell. Pickwell, long skip pass to Davis. She's covered up quickly, doesn't have a shot, as McGowan got out to take care of her. But they do find Pickwell, couple touch passes, but the three no good again between the rim and the backboard. Pickwell's not been able to get lit up from there, just 1 of 7 so far today. McGowan around the back dribble, brings it up in the front court. And now bounce pass inside to Truss, puts it up and in. Came out of nowhere down the right baseline, and it's a one-point game, 42-41, 13-19 remaining in the contest. Washington comes across half court. Lob pass over in the right corner to Mitchell, back to Washington. Washington top of the key, Pickwell. Looking down under to Benedict, she's there. She turns and puts it up and in with a left hand. Nice look by Pickwell to the cutting Benedict. 13 minutes solid remaining in the contest. Lady Bucks 44, Lady Hatters 41. Quick drive down the baseline, shot up in traffic, and good for Simone Taylor. Nice move there. She was able to rub off the defense and put it up and in, 44-43. And now what do we have? A foul away from the basketball. I think it'll go against Ashley Benedict, who was part of that tumble. It is, and it's her first foul. So they couldn't set up the offense before Benedict fouled Graboski down on the post. Her first, team third. And with 12:47, the Hatters down 1 will bring the basketball back up the floor. Victoria McGowan with it. Walks across the face of the Buccaneer at center court. Now has Graboski on the right wing. Graboski, long skip pass over to the left side. That's Mills, and she traveled with the basketball before she put it on the floor. So a turnover like that will give it right back to the Lady Bucks. Janelle Mills tried to cut to the basket, move the feet before she put the ball down. Washington bringing it out of the backcourt. On the right wing in front of a standing head coach Karen Kemp. Feet away from her, just a couple of steps away from the sideline of Coach Kemp. Ball movement into the corner for Natalie Pickwell. She's covered up, back out high left wing to Tara Davis. She'll dribble into the key, go through 3 defenders, and she'll put up the shot, draw the foul. 15 foul already for Stetson, and Davis with a chance to make 8 and 9 maybe from the free throw line. 15 points already. 7 makes from the charity stripe, and the foul will go against Mills, her first. Lady Bucks up 44-43, so 2 free throws here. I'll get it right this time, Don. Lady Bucks up 1. 2 makes will extend the lead to a full 1 possession, and she gets the first one. Talked about it in our blue notes. Tara Davis's free throw mark is flirting with a top 10 all-time single season. Marcia Cowart, 84.9 all the way back in 1983. Tara Davis makes both. Came into the game shooting 84.8%, and she's currently 9 out of 12, 75% for this game. Broken up in the front court, stolen away Gwen Washington as the Hatters tried to move it quickly into the lane. Other end, Tara Davis, baseline, found at Benedict. She's a little bit too far for her range there. Got it to Gwen Washington driving in, and a shot is a line drive off the front of the rim, no good. Thought there was some contact there, but no whistle. And now Washington will dive back in to try to take the basketball from McGowan near half court, and she will pick up her third foul. And the Hatters will have it after the immediate timeout. 11:46 remaining in the contest. Lady Bucks 46, Stetson 43. We'll take a timeout to your word from our local stations in the Buccaneer Sports Network, presented by Little Caesars and Hardee's. Our score, 46-43. Lady Bucks clinging to a one-possession lead with 11:46 to go in the contest. John Stevens with you back inside ETSU MSHA Center. Looking at the box score, one of the big disparities and telling disparities about the box scores. That when you look at the Lady Bucks, leading scorer Tara Davis with 17, Destiny Mitchell with 9, 2 players with 7, and then nobody with more than 2 makes all day. The scoring's been kind of concentrated. 17 for Davis, 9 for Mitchell, and then Belcher and Pickwell with the most points. But on the Hatter side, all but one player who've been in the game have scored at least 1 bucket. So their scoring options have been diversified. Pass looking inside in Hatter possession, knocked out of bounds by Ashley Benedict. And we'll give it back to Stetson with 11:39 to go, 24 seconds to shoot. Aisha Robinson into the contest for ETSU, a 5'9" sophomore guard from Martinsburg, West Virginia. Out high, Simone Taylor has it. Now got it left wing to McGowan. Kick out to Mills on the baseline. Back to McGowan. She'll pop the 3 and hit it. 3-point basket for McGowan. Only 5 points for her in a contest, but 7 assists was another detail I was going to bring up for Victoria McGowan. So she's created scoring in other ways by spreading the wealth around. Jasmine McIntosh into the game. Traveled before she could find Mitchell on the left block as she tried to drive into traffic. So a turnover will give it back to Stetson. That 3-pointer by McGowan tied us at 46. 11:25 to go in the game. Deshawn Truss will sit down for them, and Sasha Sims back in. McGowan up the floor across half court. 11:09 to go in the contest as she lays it off to Sims left wing and back up high to Simone Taylor, right wing McGowan. McGowan holding the ball over the top of her head with 15 to shoot. Will put it on the floor, drive baseline right side. Thought she found a hole, couldn't get the shot up. Robinson battling for the rebound. McGowan got it back. McGowan puts it up in left hand. 5 quick points for McGowan, 7 altogether. And the Hatters back on top, 48-46 with 10:43 to go. Davis dribbling outside the top of the arc. Got it to McIntosh, who came out to meet her. McIntosh now, same spot Davis just was, dribbles right side. Over to Davis in the corner. Davis dribbling down the baseline. Found a way up to the basket and gets the foul. Ball rattles on the rim, doesn't go, but Davis will go back to the free throw line. 9 for 12, 9 of her 17 points, more than half have come from the charity stripe already. 4th foul, by the way, on Natasha Grabowski. So you get Grabowski with 4 and Tiara Brown with 4. Davis' first free throw up and in. Jessica Connor will check back in, the 5'11" forward for Grabowski. So Grabowski and Brown both on the bench with 4 fouls. How do you not take advantage of transition defense, or offense rather? Second one up, second one good, as you heard the net on the rim microphone. Lady Bucks, where they have not been able to pull away in this basketball game, is their 1 for 11 cold streak from long range. Natalie Pickwell with 1 made 3. It's the only one all day. Swinging around the horn to Victoria McGowan, dribbles into traffic. She's had the hot hand, now pulls it back out. And then a crossover dribble. She'll try again against Mitchell. Spins, shot up, no good, and a rebound comes down to Aisha Robinson. She thunders into the front court, tries to go up herself against Sims and draws a foul. Sims can't believe it. Thought she might draw the charge there. Second against Sims in the 7th, so the Lady Bucks have forced the Hatters into the bonus, but this was the ironic thing yesterday. They had the Gulf Coast Eagles with 10 team fouls with about 7 minutes to go in the contest when the Lady Bucks at that time had only committed 5. Robinson's first attempt missed off the back iron. Robinson is 71% free throw shooter. We will get to our station identification. She hits the second one. 49-48 ETSU again tips the scales. They lead it by 1. We'll get our station ID in a moment. Seems like it's been pell-mell with fouls here in the second half, but Victoria McGowan finds a way through everything. Davis reached a hand up trying to intercept the pass. McGowan got free and hit another runner. So 50-49 quickly into the front court. Davis looking for a shot on the left block. That one no good off the glass, and a rebound kicks out and comes down to the Hatters all the way into the front court. McGowan challenged by Davis. She gets it in and a foul. Davis, the only one fast enough to catch up with her, and could not prevent her putting in her 11th point with a chance at 12. And with that, we'll take a timeout for station identification. 10 seconds of the Buccaneer Sports Network presented by Little Caesars and Hardee's. First time we've seen Letitia Belcher check in a while. She now stands on the left block as McGowan will try to complete the three-point play, and she will. 12 for McGowan, 53-49. Stetson with a 2-possession lead here with 9.5 minutes remaining in the contest. Natalie Pickwell back up off the bench. She'll check back in next dead ball. Davis with it, looking for Belcher on the left block. Got it tangled between her legs and got it out to Robinson to save it. To Davis, back to Robinson. Crossover dribble with a left hand. And now runs into a stop sign, finds Letitia Belcher instead. Right hand hook shot, up off the glass and a foul. Looks like that'll go against Mills, I think. She was the one with the questioning glance at the referee after that one. And it is her second. 8th team foul for the Hatters, and Belcher will go back to the line. It's kind of why they brought her back. She does a good job of getting up to the hoop, drawing fouls, and going to the free throw line, where she is one of the better ones. 72%, although she misses this one. 41 out of 57 coming into the contest, but misses here. Pickwell back in, and McIntosh out. Second attempt for Belcher. On its way and good. 53-50, Lady Bucks crack the half-century mark, but they trail by a possession. Into the corner, and now down under. Jessica Connors spins, and fall-away jumper is good inside the paint. 5-point lead, 55-50 with 8:58 to go, and now still in the front court. Davis raced into the front court with no help and ran right into a steal. McGowan has it. Slows things up across half court, and now to Sims on the left wing. She'll drive in past Pickwell, dishes it off. Nice move to Mills on the right block, and the Hatters have come to life. Coach Karen Kemp about 4 steps already onto the hardwood, off the bench, and she will call a 30-second timeout that will be stretched to a full. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this. 8:40 to go. The Lady Bucks now down 7, 57-50 on the Buccaneer Sports Network, presented by Little Caesars and Hardee's. back to live action, 8.5 minutes. Lady Bucks now down 7. And this one tipped, knocked out of bounds by the Hatters. Last field goal for ETSU. Well, I had it lost it on the play-by-play. It was at the 13, I have the 13:04 mark. Ashley Benedict had a layup. Near the right elbow, Belcher outside and then around the arc to Aisha Robinson on the baseline, an air ball. Put up a shot that was not partially deflected, just plain had nowhere near enough on it and came up 3 feet shy of the bucket. So another turnover, give it back to Stetson. Lady Bucks led things 49-48 the 10:03 mark. Since then, they've been outscored, but now a steal. Destiny Mitchell into the front court against McGowan. Bodies up and a nice shot. Mitchell is so good at those finesse shots, one-on-one, and is able to elevate. And with her eyes, you could see her eyes locked in on the rim as she puts it in. 11 for Mitchell, double figures scoring for her. And around the horn to McGowan with 7:45 to go, 19 to shoot it for Stetson. McGowan puts it on the floor, pats the head, as does Coach Lynn Bria. 7 seconds to shoot it. Apparently didn't run that play, and now stolen away by Davis. She finally comes away with it and comes out of the pack with a basketball into the front court. Bounce pass Robinson, waiting underneath the basket, got it to go in the foul. 57-54, the Lady Bucks answer out of the media timeout. And another media timeout. 7:23 to go, 57-54 our score. Robinson will try to cut it to a 2-point game right after this timeout. Your word from our local stations on the Buccaneer Sports Network, presented by Little Caesars and Hardee's.